Hello and welcome back to Colonial Kerbals. Now in the last episode you'll remember I had a little accident on Mun. My ship busted a leg off and ended up being toppled over. Now came another problem. I was doing some figuring and I don't think I'm going to have enough fuel to make it back, considering the position I'm in right now. So, with that, we are going to go and send up a gas tank. Oops, I want to make sure one other thing before I send it up. That's what I thought. I didn't have it. I decided on installing something that will probably make it a little funnier to watch, but at the same time will make it somewhat easier if something bad ever happens. You can see we have a rescue refueler. It's a 35,000 unit cost. And here it is. Pretty much looks like the tripod, except now it's got 4 landing legs instead of 2, or instead of 3. It's got a life support waste container. But the top, you'll notice, has something very different. That's right. That's Kerbal Attachment System products. I think I figured it up right. I have enough ports to go on here. One goes on this ship, and one connects to the other vessel through here, and we will have a way to use this tank of fuel to refuel our other tank, and that'll get us home. I put ladders on here, I put lights on it, because it's probably going to be a night launch if I remember right. Might not be. It's got the retractable solar panels and a decent sized battery that should give it power once in space. Unable to launch 4x. Oops. Okay, I can't launch because it has the 4x pipe. Did I forget about that? No. No. Where you at, pipe? Pipe-o. Pipe. Ah, there it is. I forgot to research it. Okay. Let's say I know I have the parts to do that. Okay. So we can go to the launch pad. It is a daytime launch. How about that? Just want to double check, make sure we are in the correct stage for a launch, which we are. And we want rescue refueler. So with that little bit, I'll catch you guys in orbit because I don't want to make you sit here and watch the entire launch of this craft. See you in a bit. And welcome back. You're going to notice something real quick. I didn't actually go into orbit. You're probably saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, you're up in space. And yes, this is true, and I've got lots of fuel left over. I made my burn, got up, I was going to start doing my orbital insertion, and I seen I had a good shot right at Mun from where I was. I seemed to be pretty much lined up, so I went ahead and did the burn. Sorry, my chair is very squeaky right now. We're only about 0.2 of a degree off. I could actually fix that, but I think I'll do that in a minute. Let's go ahead and focus view. So what I want to do is this. I want to see. I need to go north just a bit, and I can slow down a whole bunch, and that'll put me okay, that'll put me there, and about 29. So that way I've got a lot of room up here to do my pinpoint landing. I noticed one thing when I did it before is I was trying to land from a real shallow angle, coming in real fast, and it wasn't working out very well. So we'll see if that works out better. Let's go ahead and change that to 1 second for that. Go ahead and come back out here, and we will speed up time. Since I don't have any science to really do, go into the dark side and back into the light. I'm not going to worry about his electrical charge because once I do this, it's a 7-second burn. I can go ahead and jump to kill off the probe so I can click on him, switch to, and we just want to update his, it hasn't changed. So let's go ahead and switch back and just make sure. Oh, he's just about to enter the sphere of influence. And we'll go ahead and add one for this. We'll go ahead and put it for 12 seconds. 0. You can see Kerbin in the background and Mun straight on ahead. Go ahead and delete on close. We're now in the sphere of influence. Time to take advantage of our craft. Turn towards our marker. And time warp down. I do like the look of this mod, or the way it makes everything appear closer, or not closer, but blackens out the sun. And we'll go ahead and hit our gas. Down is up and up is down. Perfect. I hate being in that mode. There we go. So what I want to do is I want to plan a maneuver here, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and cut right here since we're in orbit. Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of this one first. And we want to bring this down. There we are. Just want to bring it down a touch. And I think we can do that at any point in time. So let's just go ahead and kill that. We'll watch right about there. This way, as it rotates around, we'll be right about here. And we can go ahead and kill all the velocity. That takes us down to there. So a 26-second burn. And then it's just a matter of landing. Use this as a marker. And I'm going to go ahead and cut, and when we get to about when we're going to land, I'll bring it back. Okay, well, I had a little bit of an issue. My recording software decided it wanted to corrupt my secondary video file that I recorded after I got all these pipes laid out and everything situated. I did get it landed. The refueler is on the ground here, and the pylon here is connecting them. Sorry, had an itch. And now we're going to do our fuel transfer. Out, out. Okay, there's that. We're also going to, if I can click on it. Of course not. Of course I can't do it that way. Oh, the hatch is blocked. Nice. Okay, well, let's go back to the Space Center. This is seemingly a bug I've been having recently too, is that I click on EVA and I can't EVA. Keeps telling me the... Whoa. Okay, there we are. We're back on the ground. Keeps telling me the hatch is blocked. There we are. That and that. In, and in. And the electrical charge is fine. Okay. Well, let's see if I can't figure this out. Because he really needs to get out of this craft. It is not obstructed. Oh, this is such an annoying thing sometimes. Get out, you stupid Kerbal. Okay, well, I'm going to cut until I can get him out of this stupid capsule. So, I'll catch you back in just a few minutes. Okay, I finally got him out. And first thing is... Oh yeah, I already got the... There we go. We'll just attach it. I was just going to unlink the pipe, but that works too. Oops. Okay, we're going to try this without the falling on your head. As you can hear, there's lots of traffic going down the road today. Okay, so what we want to do is spin our craft this way. Raise it up. Full throttle to the engine. And off we go. And we are actually going to go, or rather I'm going to go, right back to Kerbal Space Center. Because one thing I want to change is these parachutes on this craft design. Should be able to go straight back. Oops, not quite that fast. $37. $16, that's a little too far south. $21. $30. $48. We'll call 30 good enough. And it's a 51-second burn. So we want a 28 seconds before. Time warp ourselves. Actually, before we go too far, let's go ahead and get our other material study. Keep that. Close the bay doors. And we'll delete that, delete that. And we'll go ahead and go. Oops. Been hitting that a lot lately. Keep hitting X when I wanted to hit something else. Now we should have just enough fuel to do this. And kill it right there. Okay, well, I'm going to cut and we'll catch up with Barkin coming near Kerbin. It's got just a little bit of fuel left, but I think I'll just save that for now. So I will catch you when we're there. Okay, well, Barkin's on his way back. Can't do a material study because I don't have any more. Going back to Kerbin after being at Mun for a very, very long time. Oh, 8 days is what it says here. Let's go ahead and time warp ourselves some more. Let's go ahead and get ourselves and go ahead and jettison that off, since pretty much everything else that we need is right on this craft. That should... That should burn up in the atmosphere. We're about to hit the atmospheric effects. Maybe it is that one parachute just isn't lined up right. But we will continue on. Not sure why that thing blinks so bad. It is kind of annoying at times. You guys don't see it near as bad as I do. It flashes real quick on my screen. Oh, I can go ahead and get rid of that. Got one solar panel for recharging ability if we need to. But we are inside of the atmosphere. Which means, yep, that thing's climbing. Which if I turn that off, we should stay pretty level. Just bounce around a little bit from the heating effect. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And what was that? Landing struts, okay. Oh, it's blowing up. We can watch it. Yay! Okay, our apoapsis is inside the atmosphere now. We're pulling probably 4G. Don't want to pull too much more than that if we can help it. Our blade of shield is cranking down. It's starting to cool off. We might land on land. Yes, we will land on land this time. That is a happy thing. Do not want to pull our chute just yet. I'm going to wait until we're probably around 200 meters a second. And then we can hit that chute. And I do apologize if you can hear crickets. Apparently I'm on a shaded side of the house. And they just like to chirp all day long. Then at night they're silent, which is really, really annoying. Okay, well, that was uneventful except for the fact that I had to refuel my craft on the moon. Or on Mun, whichever you want to call it. Nice clear day, except for the clouds we're about to hit. A big, big white blinding pillow. Holy crap, I never realized how blinding a cloud was in space, or in this game. Oops, we can go ahead and go to surface, which is where we really want to be now. And just a little over 1G, about 1.5 G. And I think we're safe enough now we can deploy. Oh, cloud made my parachutes drag a little bit. Now we're at 2G. And what do we have for science? an EVA report, but we're going way too fast. I can get that when I'm right on the ground. There we go. We'll point it towards the ground. Yay! Oh, I see trees. We're in the grasslands. I'll bet right over there is probably tundra, right where I've got the craft sitting right now. And those are probably hills, or highlands. Excuse me, not hills. And the chute should be opening pretty quick. And we are at 5 meters a second. Down, down, down. Come on, ship. I'm actually kind of annoyed because I actually was showing how to hook up the cast devices and everything, and that video got corrupted, so I had to go back and revert and redo everything to that point, or well, hit F8, which was just before I connected the ship. So I'm a little irritated today about that, but we have Barkin back on the moon, or back on Kerbin, which means we did not lose a Kerbal. However, this is going to set up for the next part of what I want to do. As soon as we're down, I can show you that. Okay, well, he's down, so we can get this. Keep that data. And EVA report. We can keep that. Get back in. And recover the vessel. And hopefully we got enough science. Or not science, don't really care about that. We got 901 science. We got about 50% of our ship back, which isn't very much. And we got our crew back. We also collected data from around Mun, and from Kerbin. So where does that leave me now? Well, we can go ahead and get our bigger engines and a little bit bigger tanks of fuel. The kethane, or not the kethane, the carbonite stuff I'm not really going to play with just yet. So let's go ahead and get that. And we're going to get this because in here we have the beginning parts of our orbiting space station. And here, I think this is the other one I needed. Docking ports. I don't have the big docking port. These are the MKS expandos. Big fuel tanks. Let's go ahead and get this. And stack decoupler. I want the big port. Angry. Grr. Well, I can get this. I'm definitely going to get these because I need the big main sails. Where'd it go? Where are my gigantic... My eye is twitching, which isn't helping me either. Okay, so that's the very heavy rocketry. I'd like to get this, but I know I can't right now. Rockets. Well, we are going to need that. Plane parts. We're going to need that, but I don't have enough. We won't need that, and there's my phone going off, of course. Sure, why not, because everything else is going wrong today. I am just in such a rotten mood right now. Oh, I have a feeling it's after this one that I need my big docking ports. So, we're going to have to do some contracts and get ourselves going, but in the meantime, there will be a space station going up. An orbital one at that. I've got the beginnings of it. I just have to find the part I want, I guess. Let me see if maybe it's in my list of stuff, because I can't find what I'm looking for. But yeah, we needed... Uh-oh. Now I'm going to be really mad if I don't have my... Oh, of course, it's in this one because it's got the cupola, which I want. Okay, so I need 300 more science, so I need almost 200 more science. But I'm sure I can get that. That's not a big deal. What I want to see is... Of course not, I don't have my large. So I'm going to have to change them out with these. Fun times. But now I have containers for my my stuff for the ships, for Kerbal attachment system, and I have strut endpoints, which means I can finally start connecting things with struts in space, which is awesome. But with that, I think I'm going to leave it at an episode here. So if you liked the episode, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. And until next time, guys, have